Hi, my name is Gerald Hetrick. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Vox Mobile, and I've got a question for you. How many times have you been asked today or this week from an end user to connect their iPhone or their Android or their iPad device to the network? They probably said things like, "It's easy, my buddy does it at another company," or "The documentation on Apple's website says I can do it pretty easily. It's just turn it on, just let me do it." And you know, this is a real pressure. If you look at most of our growing enterprise environments, we've got Blackberries, they're here, they're most of our population. We've got iPhones coming out of nowhere, we've got Android devices being lit up in people's hands on a day-to-day basis. Windows Mobile's still around. The world is changing. Device standardization is no longer the key IT initiative in the mobility world. Really, we've got to focus on device control and policy and mobile policy control across a whole, growing set of different types of devices. This is a core challenge, and this is what we want to talk about today. So one of the options is to turn on ActiveSync or to continue to run ActiveSync. And it's not a horrible option if you just want to synchronize email. But if you're worried about controlling the devices and the types of data that's on the devices, you've got a little bit of a conundrum on your hands. First, policies on these devices are not consistent. The policies on an iPhone don't match the policies that are available on an Android device. And quite frankly, the policies across different versions of Exchange aren't consistent. You don't really have any reporting. You can't really go find out what's going on with these policies. Sure, there's 3 or 4 you can run out of Exchange, and it'll give you some data, but it's not going to leave you feeling comfortable that you really know what's happening in your environment. And to take that a step further, there's no real good management console. You can't really go anywhere and say, I want to put these users in this group and give them this mobility policy. I want my executives to have a 10-character password set, and I want my salespeople to have a 4-character password set. You really can't do that. And you do it in the BES world today, so doesn't it seem like if you think it's important on the BlackBerry side, you should think it's important on the non-BlackBerry side? There is solutions for it. One of the ones we recommend, or the one that we recommend most, is the Good for Enterprise solution from Good Technology. The best thing about this solution is the pure separation of corporate data from personal data. As a corporate IT administrator, I can control what's on the device from a corporate email, calendar, contact perspective, and I can let the users manage their own personal email, pictures, iTunes, apps they may have downloaded. I can also wipe my corporate data. If a user leaves the company, I can send a wipe command, feel comfortable the wipe command is executed, be reported to that the wipe command is executed, and know that the email and contact and calendar data and other application data is gone. But haven't necessarily touched the end user's personal data. So if they leave and they take their iPhone with them, I'm not going to wipe away the pictures of their family and the apps that they've downloaded. So what's the Good for Enterprise solution look like? Well, it looks a lot like your BES environment. You have devices that are out in your end user's hand, connecting through all the available wireless providers, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, devices across all these providers will work. You have a NOC. You've bought into the NOC strategy from a BlackBerry perspective. Well, Good has NOCs around the country, and all the data goes through the NOC. You got your firewall on your server that sits behind the firewall, no ports open, it's outbound initiated only, and you've got access to all this back-end data, all while being secured in a separate container on the device. Data in route or in transit secured over an AES encrypted tunnel, just like the BlackBerry world, leaves you feeling comfortable and able to sleep at night that your non-BlackBerry devices are protected, just like your BlackBerry devices. So once again, my name is Gerald Hetrick, CTO of Vox Mobile. If you've got any more questions or concerns, please contact us. Otherwise, check back here for more videos on the same topic. Thanks.